You cannot climb a new ladder until you fully let go of the one you are on. Hi, I'm Linda Watson-Call. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of Dragonfly Soup. Sometimes the biggest obstacle that stands between us and our goals is ourself. Yes, we create the barrier, the obstacle, the wall that we think is holding us back. We talk about our goals to others. For example, some of us may still be in school, and we talk about how we plan to play on a major sports team. We are one of the best players on our school's football team, so we envision ourselves playing in the majors. Or we are an adult who enjoys painting. We have our own art studio in our home and paint religiously. Everyone knows where they can find us. We dream about our art hanging on the gallery wall. Our paintings are in demand, and we are a well-known artist. Or we have a drive for business. We were the ones who set up the lemonade stands in elementary school. We were actively involved in junior achievement in high school. We even set up a side business in college that did quite well. We still want that, but we feel stuck in our current position. Maybe, in addition to our current position, we even tried to start a business or two on our own, but felt it was too risky to quit our real job. What if it failed? We would be worse off than we are right now. And besides, our friends would think less of us. Does any of this sound familiar? Do you have a secret wish, a goal to do something else with your life, but are afraid to take the next step? Or maybe you already have something going. It could be small, it could expand, but you are too comfortable where you are right now with a job that pays just enough to make from week to week. You think your side job will pan out eventually, but will it? When we talked about setting goals at the beginning of the year, we knew that some goals could be reached within the year and others would take longer. We also looked at ways to break down a long-term goal into smaller, more manageable pieces. And even there, some of those pieces needed to be broken down into even smaller pieces. But you feel it's just not coming together. You keep on doing what you are comfortable doing and wishing, hoping that something will miraculously happen so that you could reach your goal. Pat Flynn said it so well. You cannot climb a new ladder until you fully let go of the one you were on. Let's look at our 3 examples. Our football player is outstanding on his school team. Even some of the coaches from other schools noticed his skills. That's awesome. But Major League Scouts aren't going to all the high school games in hopes of finding a star player. Instead, our players should be researching where most scouts look for upcoming players, how to become a better player to increase his chances of getting noticed, and developing a strategic plan to reach his goal. He's done well so far, but it's time to change ladders if he wants more. Our artist is also stuck. Painting regularly, creating better pieces, and increasing skills is the right thing to do up to a point. But until the artwork is actually displayed in public or showcased where other people and critics can see it and comment on the pieces, the dream of being in a major gallery is just that, a dream. It takes action to get the exposure needed to create a demand for the paintings. It's time to move from the ladder of increasing skills to the ladder of taking the chance of displaying the artwork at a fair or at an art studio. And working a second business is always a great way to see if an idea will actually work. But once there's a sound business plan and a demand, it's time to move from the ladder of comfort to the ladder of making it happen for real. Everything in life has its risks. It's up to us to determine if we really want that goal or not. As long as we play it safe, we will never know if we can actually have our dream. Sometimes we have to leave the comfort and the safety of what we have now to experience the greatness that we feel we can have. And if it doesn't work out the way you hoped, you have that experience to look back on and try it again, a different way. When I quit my corporate position so I could freelance as an instructional designer, I didn't have any clients set up. I did have 3 months of living expenses saved, my safety net, so to speak. I didn't get a client my first week or even my first month, but I did get a call from a friend who heard from another friend that I was looking for contract work. And once that project was completed, I received more and more contracts, some short-term, some longer-term. One even lasted 3 years. Was it scary? You better believe it was. But I always made sure I had some money tucked away. And I did it. I did freelance or contract instructional design work for almost 20 years. And yes, I felt I was living the dream. You have to let go of that rung of ladder that says you don't have the skills, the rung that has fear written all over it, the rung that imposes self-doubt. Let go of that ladder completely and grab onto the ladder that has yes written on every step. Because once you realize that yes, you have the skills, yes, there is nothing to fear, and yes, you have the confidence you need, then and only then will you continue up that ladder of success. Share with us, either in the comments below or in a private message, how you plan to let go of the ladder you're on right now so that you can climb the ladder to success. Be sure to click like for this week's episode, and while you're at it, share it with your friends. And I'll see you next week, right here on Dragonfly Soup. Here's to our transformation and our best year ever.